We're in the 10,000 push-up challenge, and this is Physical Friday on the Tom Rowland podcast. We're doing the 10,000 push-up challenge for a lot of reasons. Some people might have personal reasons to do it. You just want to see if you're tough enough to do it. Other people are raising awareness for water quality issues, and that is absolutely fantastic as well. I'm glad that you're in the 10,000 push-ups, and what we're going to talk about today is some maintenance. Many people might be having issues with shoulders or want to avoid issues with your shoulders. And I'm going to show you a couple of stretches for that. And also some people have wrist pain, wrist issues from doing so many push-ups, and they haven't done that many push-ups. You weren't quite prepared for it or whatever, but a lot of times people will end up with wrist issues. So there's a couple of different things that we can do. Let's talk about the wrist issues first. The simplest thing that you can do is vary the type of push-ups that you're doing. Do them wide, do them narrow. You're getting a slightly different wrist angle on all of those instead of absolutely doing them exactly the same over and over and over again. There is an opportunity for repetitive stress injury of doing the same thing over and over again. The problem that a lot of people are having with the push-ups is that you're in this position. So this position right here could create some issues. So one thing to do is to stretch the wrist backwards the other way. So you can put it up against the wall. You can put it up on your bed. You can just, even as I'm doing it right here, I can feel all the stretching in my forearms. I can feel it stretching in my wrist. So you're stretching the wrist one way. You're stretching the wrist the other way, stretching all the stuff that's associated with the wrist. That's something good that you can do all the time. I'll do wrist circles as a warm-up for the push-ups. You can do them, roll your wrists around like this. You can roll them back and forth, but really the stretching of both ways, stretching backwards and stretching in the push-up position, are some really good things that you can do as you're warming up for your push-ups, or if you're having trouble having some wrist issues. Another thing that you can do, some people just can't tolerate this for very long. So there are push-up bars that you can get, the perfect push-up. There's other things out there, or there's something as simple as a set of 10-pound dumbbells. You put your hands on the 10-pound dumbbells and you keep them, in a different orientation. You're not bending the wrist is remaining completely straight. So you're doing the push-ups on the dumbbells like that. That is much, much, much easier on certain people's wrists. If you start to have problems, vary the push-ups. Do them as standard push-ups for a while. Do them on the dumbbells for a while. Do them on the bars for a while. However you need to do them, absolutely fine with me. I don't want your wrists hurting. Those are some possible solutions. You may come up with some solutions on your own. If you do, I would like to know about them, because maybe I could tell some other people or have you on the show. Text 305-930-7346, and we can talk about your wrist issues that you're having, or actually what would be better is not talk about the wrist issues you're having, but talk about the solutions that you've come up with to get around wrist pain or anything like that. So shoulders also. When you're doing push-ups, it's a tremendous amount of shoulders and pecs. Obviously, you need to stretch both of those to recover from the push-ups and to get warmed up for the push-ups. So I do 3 shoulder stretches every day. They are what work for me. Maybe they'll work for you. I get these 3 stretches from my friend Joe Hippensteel on Ultimate Human Performance. That's a great resource for stretching the entire body. I believe fully in his method, and his method is basically that you stretch for 2 minutes, rest for 1 minute. Okay. These are the 3 shoulder stretches that I'll do every day. There is one called the arm across. His names are very, very simple. You're going to put your, in this case, I have my right arm pulled across my body. My left arm is coming and catching it at the elbow. And I'm going to put my left hand behind my left ear. Okay. So it's like if you're a wrestler or you know about wrestling, it's kind of like I'm putting a half Nelson on my left side of my neck. So it's a little weird when you first try it, but you'll feel that stretching all through your shoulder. It's going to hit a lot of places that you're going to be hitting in the push-up challenge. Okay, so that's arm across. Do that on both sides. And then the one that I really particularly like is I will clasp my hands behind my back and raise my arms up. Sometimes this takes a partner, or you could put them on a table or a bed or something like that, but you're going to get the arm up and behind you. Okay. Hopefully you can get it to 120 degrees. That would be fantastic. This is something that you should be careful of if you don't have good shoulder mobility. Some people can barely get it off their hip. That's fine. Just stretch it a little bit. I have bands that come off my pull-up bar. I put my arms in those and sit there for 2 minutes with my arms back and up. That is a very good stretch that works wonderfully for me. The third stretch that I'll do is arms overhead, basically. So I will lay on a bench, a workbench. You could lay on a table. You could lay on a bed, I guess, on your back, and hold a dumbbell up over your head like this, and then pull it back in this area right here. So your back behind. So I'm laying down. The dumbbell comes over my head. Both arms are extended, and the elbow you should be able to get your elbow behind your ear. Those 3 stretches are fantastic. You can go to ultimatehumanperformance.com if you need better and more thorough explanations of how to do those. But those are my 3 shoulder stretches, and I will be doing these every single day, multiple times a day during the 10,000 push-up challenge. Those are a couple things that will help me. Of course, you need to also be paying attention to your nutrition. Doing 10,000 push-ups a month is more than what some people have ever done in their life. So I would suggest that you make sure your protein intake is adequate. And for me, I have 1 pound per lean body mass. So I'm weighing in at 174 right now, and I'm eating 160 grams of protein per day. That's what I do. But maybe you're different. You want more or less, whatever. But one gram per pound of lean body mass is a general rule of thumb that you see out there a lot. I subscribe to that, and it works very well for me. It helps me to recover from difficult workouts and also to build muscle. So those are a couple of things that I'm doing during the 10,000 push-up challenge, as well as drinking lots of water and paying attention to my electrolytes. I like Element. Element is great, and there's a link in the description where you can get free shipping and a free sample pack of Element if you're so inclined. It doesn't have any sugar in it. So if you're trying to avoid sugar and you're interested in making sure that your electrolyte levels are good for your brain, for your body, for everything, it's super important. Element is my choice, and you can get that in the description down below. I strongly suggest it because, especially if you're in Florida, you're going to be sweating. You're going to be sweating a lot. And this is also fantastic for fishing, making sure that your electrolytes are up in the summertime when you're fishing every day. That is huge. Element. Anyway, you can go check it out, see exactly what it is. And it is a blend of sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Those are the electrolytes that are super important. So drink a lot of water. Make sure your electrolytes are good. Adequate protein intake. Stretch your shoulders. And also pay attention to your wrists. Change and vary your push-ups if necessary. Those are 5 things that I'm doing in the 10,000 push-up challenge that may help you. All right, so that's it. Let me know how you're doing. You can always text me at 305-930-7346. Let's see where you are. I really appreciate everybody posting to the Instagram with the hashtag TRP Fitness Challenge or the hashtag 10,000 Push-Up Challenge. I'm seeing those. I like it. It's awesome. When I do see them, I am reposting on my story. So that's awesome. Thank you. And good luck. We'll see you next week.